No, I don't like the crumpets and tea. So no, I'm just,
You love
But dude, you like Tom Aspinall. That doesn't even make sense.
they're different. Tom's the goat. So we'll
The
move past
goat
that.
of quitting? What are you talking about? The goat of what?
This is about Prates. So
Yeah.
he's always injured though. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Who you got on this
Aussie. Let's go JDM. Absolutely pick is Jack Della Maddalena in this fight. You know what?
Taylor, let's see what you got.
I want to change my pick to Morales. Can we change before we go? Because hold up. I'm thinking about this. I want to change my pick to Morales, and here's why. And he's talking about how he's training with that little snitch Joe Pfeiffer, and he's been striking with Joe Pfeiffer, and he's been doing all this in the lead up.
Yeah, he might not have that chance. Morales, he's 6 years younger and has a 7-inch reach advantage.
What you know about that 7 inches, Agin? You know a lot about that 7 inches, right?
7 inches is a lot, right, Agin?
It's quite a bit, yeah.
It's pretty huge. And welcome to the Denver Sports Betting Show UFC edition. Boys, we got UFC 322. Woo! The event we have been talking about is finally here. Man, I guess before we dive into the bets, anything that you're excited for specifically on this one?
It's the card of the year.
Yeah.
At least it's supposed to be, right?
that Agin's back too. Like,
We got Agin back. Yes, I didn't announce Agin's back fresh off a birthday.
Let's go, baby.
But yeah, I mean, this one is the one we've been hyping up. We've been talking about it. Man, the card is just stacked top to bottom. I mean, we had trouble even picking who we're going to talk about on this one. Bo Nickel fighting on the prelims. I mean, it's crazy. So I think we should just start right at the top. I mean, we have a good friend of the show, Chepe Mariscal, taking on Pat Sabatini. This is actually Sabatini and Mariscal round 2. Yeah. They have fought before, but so much has changed. Taylor, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I know he went out to Vegas now and he calls that home, but I got the former local boy out here, Chepe, for this one.
Ryan?
Chepe, we got you.
Yeah, I got Chepe too.
Okay, Chepe across the board. I'm going to go with Chepe too. I think it is going to be a closely contested fight. How come you're going with Chepe?
So he's on an 8-fight win streak. He has that dog in him. Like, he never takes a step back. He's always pressing forward, always looking for this finish. He's a BJJ champion, kickbox champion, a collegiate wrestler. He has all the tools needed. Pat Sabatini is very good. He's on a 2-fight win streak. It's a rematch from when they fought 7 years ago where Chepe won via split decision. I think the path to victory for Pat is to maybe catch a lucky submission, and he needs to be really careful anywhere that's not the grappling, because Pat is a great grappler, but I think Chepe will take this one, and I don't think it will be that close of a fight.
All right, Ryan, how can we go on Chepe?
I feel like since the last time they fought, Chepe's just grown so much. His skills are just a lot better. Like you said, he's got that dog in him. So since I think it will be close, and since that's the case, and he's plus money, you got to go with him.
Chepe plus money is crazy to me. Yeah, plus 110 right now. So I think that's definitely a bet to look at.
Yeah, as we get closer to fight time, that could change. But Chepe at plus money is a great investment. Agin, how can we go on Chepe?
Yeah, I like the plus money too, and he's got that confidence. I think he'll get it done, but being on an 8-5 win streak, he's going to have a little bit of pressure, but I think he's going to get it done.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Chepe, looking at his wins right here on the UFC, I mean, he is just stacking win after win after win. He has a great path to victory. I think it's going to be a knockout. Pat claims he can strike, but every time he does that, he ends up getting knocked out. So, Chepe, he's just going to push forward. Sabatini, like you said, he could get a lucky submission, something like that. But I think Chepe is too well-rounded to let that happen. You can't really pull too much from that last fight, but Chepe did win in a split decision. So there is that. But moving right along, we are getting into the main card. Beneil Dariush taking on Benoit Saint Denis. Taylor, who you got?
So my pick on this one is Dariush.
Okay.
Dariush.
Yeah, I got Dariush also.
Okay, Dariush across the board. I'm going to go with Benoit Saint Denis. Saint Denis can be had as a minus 188 favorite, while Dariush is a plus 162 dog. So everyone going with a dog across the board. How come you're going Dariush?
Yeah, and like you said, that's my pick, but definitely not betting this one because it is so close. Saint Denis could absolutely win this fight. He's coming off that amazing upset victory over Houfi in Paris where he subbed him in round 2. But Dariush, man, a lot of people forget, and I don't know if this is the end of his career. I'm kind of banking on this. He has one more good fight left in him. But, dude, this guy is great at scrambles. He was a former no-gi world champion, and he's super, super good in the grappling and on the feet. So as long as he stays protected on the feet, uses it to cut those angles and get in, I think he can beat Saint Denis up on the ground and take this victory.
All right, Ryan, how come you're going with Dariush?
Dariush, man, like people sleep on him. His last fight or his last losses, Armin and Oliveira, like that's crazy. Like he's been there. He's been against the top competition. I think people forget that. I think he's better all around, has a better all around game. Only thing that is kind of scary is that chin a little bit, but so is Benoit. So yeah, I think Dariush with that plus money is going to be nice.
Okay. So you're the last Dariush picker on this one. How can we go Dariush?
I think he's going to be able to take down Benoit, and hold him down. But, yeah, I do worry about his chin, though. This is definitely a fight that's hard to bet on. You never know what's going to happen between those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a car crash while it lasts. I just don't trust Dariush's chin. I mean, I'm looking at his stats here. He was knocked down against Renato Moicano, who doesn't knock down anybody. Might be a live betting opportunity, in my opinion. If Dariush can get out of that first round, I think he's live to win. I just don't really trust him too much to just not get knocked out right out of the gate. So I think if he can make it past, I think he can showcase some of his skills and push past. But I don't know, man. Don't you see a opportunity for Benoit Saint Denis, the God of War, to bring it to Dariush?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's an easy path for his victory. He can catch him on the feet. There's a lot he can do. So that's why I'm definitely staying away from this one. But as a fan, I'm super excited to watch this one. Still think Dariush gets it done, but Saint Denis has proven that he can step up in competition. He's coming in as a heavy favorite on this one. It'll be a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, what has me a little bit worried as a Saint Denis bettor and picker is he seems to wear the damage on his face really, really bad. So if it is something that kind of is even, the judges might see that damage that he's wearing a little bit more and go Dariush's way. Ryan, what's your thoughts on picking Dariush in kind of a longer, extended fight?
Like I said, man, I think people just sleep on him. Like, yeah, he's got rocked a few times and everything, but like I said, the competition of who he lost to those last two fights says it all. Like, this guy is elite. Like, he's been there. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it at all. I think people are sleeping on this, and I think I even think that plus money, I think that's where it's at.
All right, plus money. So I always go back to that Armin Sarukian fight. That is your boy. Sarukian just smoked him in the first round. I mean, don't you see the same thing happening with Denis?
I can see it happening too. Saint Denis is dangerous. You know what I mean? So you never know. It might end quick in the first round, or it's going to go the distance, and we'll see what happens. Those guys are, they're both wrestlers too. I mean, Dariush, he's a better wrestler, so.
He's a better wrestler, kind of getting towards the end of his career. He seems to kind of be on the downswing. I mean, it's just he's been kind of inactive. I'm looking at his fight history, 23, won this year, and this is his second one in basically 2 years. I mean, that kind of inactivity versus somebody that is just taking on, maybe not the best the division has to offer, but great fighters nonetheless. Taylor, when you think about Dariush, that trajectory that he's on, does that have you worried?
No, I think the trajectory is like one or two more fights, right? Like I don't think there's much left in his career, but yeah, that's why I think he pulls this one off. I think he still has one left in him, but yeah, I don't think he's going to challenge for the belt again. I don't think he's going to be top 5. I don't think anything like that, but yeah, I think he still can get this one out.
Okay. You seem pretty confident in that. I'm gonna look at it for a live betting opportunity. Like I said, I think if he makes it out of that first round, I think he has a great opportunity. Speaking of great opportunities, Leon Rocky Edwards taking on Carlos Prates. Edwards can be had as a plus 162 dog, while Prates is a minus 188 favorite. This is going to be one I will definitely be looking forward to. Taylor, who you got in this one?
Yeah, this is going to be a great fight. Super excited for this one, and I got Carlos Prates.
Okay.
Can we protest?
Prates. All of us speaking the same way.
That's great.
And I got to go with Prates too, but Taylor, how can we go on Prates?
So my 2 different betting opportunities here right now. So Carlos Prates to win plus over 1.5 rounds is -110, or straight up Prates is at a -180-ish, depending on where you find him. But I think it's just his time. I think I would love to see Leon Edwards win here. To be like 100% honest as a fan, I would rather see Edwards win here because I love his story. I love the fighter he is.
What story?
His story, man, of coming up in the streets, where he came up in, like how he escalated his career, where he got to. Like, I love Rocky's story. Like
the streets of England got nothing on the streets of Brazil.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I love this dude's story. Like his post fight after he won, sure, he got lucky, but headshot dead. Like, dude, that's a memory that everybody remembers. Yeah. So I would like to see him win. I think his path to victory, Leon Edwards' path to victory here, is to be the old Leon Edwards and to wrestle and do all this, because if he doesn't, dude, Prates, like, say what you want about the fighting nerds or anything like this, but this dude is dangerous. Like, it's going to be sad to see. I think Prates finishes him, but it's going to be sad to see if Prates finishes him in a nasty way like he usually does. But yeah, this fight I'm torn. I love Leon, man. I love him. I don't know why. He's a great
I don't
guy.
dislike him. I also don't like him. But Ryan, how come you're going with Carlos Prates?
No, I don't like the crumpets and tea. So no, I'm just,
You love
But dude, you like Tom Aspinall. That doesn't even make sense.
they're different. Tom's the goat. So we'll
The
move past
goat
that.
of quitting? What are you talking about? The goat of what?
This is about Prates. So Edwards, man, Leon, man, those last 2 fights, he looked awful, man. He looked like he was there for a paycheck to collect it, and that was it. Can he come back to the old Leon? Sure, but I think it's Prates' time. He's gonna go out there, put the pressure early on Leon, and I think that's gonna be it. He's gonna get the knockout. I just think Leon, I don't know. I just don't think he's there anymore.
You think it's another like spinning back elbow like he did last time over Neil? You think it's something crazy?
I think so. I think so.
I think it's something flashy.
I would think Leon would put up like a great fight. I think this is going to be a banger. Like someone's going to get dropped, I think. But Leon, just those last 2 fights, man, like I said, like I was watching, I was like, who is this guy? This guy doesn't look like the guy that took out Usman at all.
But he didn't even look that great in the Usman fight. he had one good kick to the head, and that was it. He was losing 3-1. I mean, maybe even 4-1. Yeah. And he came back, and it was a tremendous memory that we'll all have. But, I mean, we're here to pick winners. And, I mean, Edwards, not exactly a winner.
Prates is going to light one up right after, you know?
Yeah, in the press conference, he could be smoking that cigarette. Like, his image is cool, dude. He's super marketable. It's great. But, man,
he might smoke one before and after. Agin, how come you're going Carlos Prates?
Well, I mean, every fight he's had in the UFC, he's had a knockout, either in the first or the second round. You know, I really don't want to see Leon get knocked out. You know, I like Leon too. So, but I think Leon, if he's gonna win, you know, he's gotta keep that distance. You know, use those kicks a lot, and try to take Prates down. You know,
So I agree with you, Ryan. Edwards. The last few times I've seen him fight, I've seen his corner have to go out there and kind of hype him up.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you know, this is your chance. You got to go out. You know what I mean? A professional, someone who's a former champion, shouldn't have to be inspired. They should come out inspired already. So with Prates, I think he's getting Edwards at the right time. And Prates, quite frankly, needs a big win if he's ever going to have a title shot, and this is that step for him. Where do you see their career trajectories right now as far as, you know, where the fighter is versus, you know, what they could be or what they have been?
Man, Leon, if he gets rocked here, like just a downward slope, it's going to be like Tony Ferguson, you know?
If he gets finished bad, he needs to think about like calling it, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't seem like he has that heart or loves it anymore. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, very disappointing because he is very good. And this fight, I actually see it going a little bit slower than you guys are kind of even predicting, just simply because Edwards, he's low volume, and Prates, he's a big puncher, but he's always looking for that one strike. So I don't think it's going to be out there, you know, we're going to see 200, 300 significant strikes. I think it's going to be a little bit slower of a fight, but Prates for the win as a favorite, -188. I mean, it's just a career trajectory thing. I think Edwards is on the way out. Prates is on the way up. Fighting nerds, let's see if they can redeem themselves.
Need to.
They do need a big one. But moving right along, I mean, this one is going to be the toughest, I think, out of all of them to pick. Sean Brady taking on Michael Morales. Brady right now is a minus 138 favorite, and Morales is a plus 110 underdog. Taylor, who's going to win?
Yeah, other than that Dariush fight, this Brady-Morales fight, I think, is the biggest question mark on the card. This could go either way. My pick, though, is Sean Brady.
All right.
Taking Brady.
Morales. Yes, sir.
I mean, I got to go with Morales here. He's just too dangerous. I mean, there's a size discrepancy. It's going to be interesting to see them at weigh-ins. But, I mean, you're looking at two fighters that one, it's the prototypical striker versus grappler. You know, someone who's great at one and one that's, I mean, too elite in what they do. Why are you going Brady?
I just think he has to win, and where his career is at, what he's been calling out, everything that's happening, he has to win. I think he's going to go in there with that motivation. I think this is a big step up in competition for Morales. But to give like Morales credit, though, like he's a world champion in Ecuador in wrestling, but also in Muay Thai, right? So he has both, but being a world champion in Ecuador is kind of different than fighting in the UFC where they're pulling the best from everywhere in the world, right? The competition is a little bit higher. They're both coming off not the best wins, right? Like Morales beat Gilbert Burns, but Gilbert Burns is old, right? Brady just beat the snot out of Leon Edwards, but we just talked about Leon Edwards. Sean Brady almost got finished by Belal. Belal finishes no one. With that, I think he just out-wrestles him. I think this is not that much of an exciting fight, and I think that's why, because he knows he can't win here standing up. Like, there's no way. So I think he pressures forwards and keeps it on the ground. It might not be the most exciting fight, but I think he edges out a victory.
Okay. Ryan, how can we go on Brady?
Because you gotta cheer for the short kings, right? Like, no.
5'10" is actually pretty tall.
That's all that means. So I'm even a shorter king. Yeah, like you said, the massive step up for competition for Morales. But I just think Brady, he's going to control it. I think he's just going to put it to him, grind it out. So I'm taking the over at 2.5 with this one. But yeah, I think Brady's just, from what he did, once again, like Leon, he didn't look like he wanted to be there, but he did just wear him as a backpack that whole time. So yeah, I think Brady's ready to take that next step for sure.
All right. How can we go on Brady?
Yeah. Well, I'm going with Morales.
Oh, you're going Morales. Okay. You're on the good side.
Right. Well, Brady, like Taylor said, he has to win this fight. You know, if Morales loses, you know, he's able to come back, have some more fights, you know, but this is Brady's time right now, you know, but I think with Morales, with the 13 knockout wins, you know, I think he might be able to catch Brady, but we'll see what happens. But, you know.
You know what?
Taylor, let's see what you got.
I want to change my pick to Morales. Can we change before we go? Because hold up. I'm thinking about this. I want to change my pick to Morales, and here's why. Okay, because you're right. Sean Brady has to win. But I was just thinking about, I was watching Media Day earlier, and he's talking about how he's training with that little snitch Joe Pfeiffer, and he's been striking with Joe Pfeiffer, and he's been doing all this in the lead up. So I think Brady might go out here and try to prove himself on the feet. I think he might try to do that because he kind of looks like he may be a little bit egotistical when he comes out there and does that. And that's all he talked about was training with that little snitch Joe Pfeiffer. And so because of that, if he goes out here and tries to prove himself on the feet, Morales is definitely going to take this one. So I'm picking Morales, man. I can't pick anybody out of Joe Pfeiffer's gym or trains with him.
No, even if he goes out there like that and trying to prove himself, as soon as he gets rocked, he's just going to go down, do what he does, because that's how all these grapplers are. As soon as they get rocked, they're like, "Oh yeah, I got to go down here again." Like that's what he's going to do.
He might not have. Yeah, he might not have that chance. Morales, he's 6 years younger and has a 7-inch reach advantage.
What you know about that 7 inches, Agin? You know a lot about that 7 inches, right?
7 inches is a lot, right, Agin?
It's quite a bit. Yeah.
It's pretty huge. No, but I mean, Brady, he's really just a one-trick pony. And when it works great. But if you can break that, I don't think he really has any more that you can do. And like you mentioned, comes from a wrestling background. I mean, Ecuador versus the United States, you know, I don't think Ecuador's winning any gold medals anytime soon, but he's no slouch. Just because he stands and strikes doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be totally incompetent on the ground.
Yeah. No. Brady's winning.
Morales. I switched my pick. We're going Morales over here.
So, Brady, he couldn't really get his game going against Belal Muhammad. And we all know how that ended. Belal, who can't squash a grape, knocked him out. Pillow hands Muhammad.
I know I was reading that in my notes, and I was like, damn, I kind of feel dumb picking Brady after that. So, yeah, we go Morales, and then you're exactly right, though. Like, Bilal's known for not dropping anyone.
Hey, every dog had day, right?
I mean, something like that, yeah. That's what they say. But just that media day thing sticking out to me of him saying, like, they asked him a question about his striking and stuff, and he's like, oh, I've been working real hard with Joe Pfeiffer, who's way bigger than him, right? Who, if he has been working with Joe Pfeiffer, I bet his striking has improved. So if he goes out there with that attitude, I don't know. I think Morales can get him.
Yeah. So talk to me about what the winner of this fight, what that means for the potential belt competition.
Brady's got to be right in the conversation. Like, he has to. Well, as long as, once again, if it's like
depending on his
grind
win.
it out,
Yeah.
like we all know Dana's not gonna, go running to try to make him the champ at that point. So
Wait, who's the champ in that division?
JDM.
Okay, yeah. Like if he does, especially if he does like a wrestling, maybe if Islam wins and he has a dominant wrestling performance, maybe they can kind of sell that. But I don't know. I think Sean Brady's still a fight away because we still got Shavkat. He's injured, but like that's who should be fighting JDM.
he's always injured though. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Him and Islam are gonna fight. So Islam and Shafat.
that's gonna be a good fight. I would love to see that fight, but he's always hurt.
Yeah, for like the number
all
2
good.
contender or
He'll
something
be
like that. That'd be a good fight. They probably put it on a fight night, 3 rounds, something like that.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the list here. We have Belal Muhammad as the number 1, Sean Brady number 2, Shavkat number 3, Leon Edwards, who we all just established is
Leon
going to
Edwards
lose.
is 4?
That's
He's
crazy.
4.
Wow.
Kamaru Usman. So I mean, there's
Usman should be fighting.
Yeah.
So there's some names. The winner of this one will definitely be in title watch. But speaking of title watch, we have 2 champions going at it. It's so nice when you look at the UFC website and they both got championship straps on their shoulders. Valentina Shevchenko taking on Zhang Weili. Shevchenko is a minus 125 favorite. Weili is a plus 100 dog. Taylor, who's going to win?
So I need to start this by saying I love Valentina. She's like one of my favorite GOAT female fighters ever, but my pick is Weili.
Okay.
It's been no secret. Weili.
Valentina, man.
All right, I'm going Valentina as well. How come you're going with Weili?
I just think Weili is the more aggressive fighter. I think Valentina won against Grasso by wrestling her, and I don't think she's going to be able to do that to Weili. And I think Weili just goes out there and dominates this fight with her wrestling and gets it done. I think it probably does do the over and all that stuff and goes a little bit longer, but I think she dominates the fights, which, again, pains me to say because I love Valentina. She's like one of the GOATs. She does have a path to victory. She can finish any girl in the division, and she's proven that. But I do think Weili controls it and uses her overpowerness and her body control to get it down to the ground and hold her.
All right, Ryan, how come?
This is going to be the fight of the night, for sure. I'm super excited about it. Weili stepping up. There's a lot of questions, like can her power translate? Can her cardio hold up? And, going up against Valentina, the wrestling and everything from someone that, at this weight level. And the answer is going to be yes, yes, yes. Weili's she's just that powerful. She's going to come up, and I think she's going to really show like how good she is. And then she's going to have to face Rose down the line, and then we know how that ends. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway.
You got this whole thing planned out.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's happening. Mark this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Valentina on this one. So you're the other Valentina picker. How come Valentina gets it done?
Yeah, I mean, Valentina, she's better on the ground. Weili's defense has improved a lot. We all saw that her last fight. But if you stand up with Weili's kicks are really dangerous. She can knock you out, real quick. So I think Valentina's going to try to take her down and get a submission.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of who is able to take who down,
right,
and who is able to establish top control. Zhang has shown in the past she can be taken down.
Yeah.
So that is what has me a little bit worried. But, I mean, this is as close of a fight as it's – I mean, they could set up this is the best women's fight that they could possibly match up together. So shout out to them on getting this one set up. I have to go with Valentina. She looked good against Manal Farrow, who is much bigger. And I think the size for Valentina is going to show up on fight day. So I got to stick with Valentina. Before I change my mind, we're going to move on to the main event. Jack Della Maddalena taking on Islam Makhachev. Makhachev is a minus 275 favorite, while Jack Della Maddalena is a plus 225. And Taylor, who you got?
Aussie. Let's go JDM. Absolutely pick is Jack Della Maddalena in this fight.
Islam,
yeah.
Yep, going Islam too. You're going with the Aussie. Talk to me.
Absolutely. And again, I was telling you off air, like watching his boxing, I was watching his boxing in his upcoming fight. Like it's so beautiful. And I'm a grappler. Like I don't even like boxing like that, but watching it was so beautiful to see. I think Islam can absolutely go out there and sub him very quickly. That's why in betting's perspective, it's a live bet for me. If it goes out of the second round, I'm definitely hammering JDM on that. But Islam could go out here and do what he does to everyone. Absolutely. Like no one would be really surprised. But I do think JDM is a different type of fighter than Islam has ever fought. I think he possesses more threats on the feet, and I think he's great at scrambling. If you look at his Belal fight, Belal is nowhere in comparison to Islam, right? But if you look at that, where Islam gets you is when people wrestle up. He locks in that Dars, he locks in that choke, and it's over. It's what he does to everybody. Belal does something very, very similar. And if you look at every time JDM used a wrestle up or used a get up, he either used a jiu-jitsu sweep or he controlled the wrist, making it impossible for Belal to get in a choke. As long as he does that with Islam, I think he stands a way better chance than anybody thinks. And 100% Aussie. Let's go JDM.
Okay.
it's crazy you wasted all that breath to say nothing. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter if you're Mike Jones or whoever was training him. Islam is taking him out. Like JDM doesn't have a chance.
Islam is about to get his street taken away from him because he can't even clean it up for his people. So get out of here with Islam.
I'm going to be celebrating with one of these delicious cupcakes, and Islam's winning, man. I don't care what you say. Like it doesn't matter.
Islam sucks.
Agin, how can we go with Islam?
Oh, well, this is definitely his toughest test. You know what I mean? JDM he's dangerous, especially when Islam's going to go down for takedowns. Jack Della's got those knees, you know what I mean? So they're definitely watching, the film and everything and studying each other. But I think Islam's going to get it done.
Yeah, Islam's going to get it done. I mean, Jack has not really ever proven that he can stop the takedowns. I'm looking at his stats here. 3 takedowns against Basil Hafez. Basil Hafez took him down 3 times. Gilbert Burns 7 times. Bilal Muhammad 3 times. I mean, it's there if Islam wants it. So I don't see it being really anything other than a wrestling match. And if it's going to be a wrestling match, give me Islam all day long. And unfortunately, Jack, who is a great fighter, he's going to go down. Islam's going to hold on to the belt. But before we move on, talk to me about Islam moving up. Is he going to be able to wear that size? Is he going to be able to carry the weight? And how does he look in the days leading up to the fight?
I mean, he moved up to, what was that video? He said there was like 198 or something like that. Like, I think I'm assuming he's trained by Khabib. Right. So I'm assuming he like put the weight on correctly and all that stuff. But everyone's saying JDM's bigger, but if you look at like the height and stuff like that, there's not that much of a difference. So I really don't think that's going to be a major impact, as whereas like if someone like Conor McGregor tried to move up from 55 to 70, there'd be a bigger difference. I think Islam is the best fighter to do that and move up.
He's looking great. He looked jacked in those pictures before. So
and he trains in the mountains. I'm sure his cardio is fine. Like this should be a great fight. JDM needs to use the John Wayne sweep and the octopus guard on it because he has been taken down a lot. Doesn't have a lot of control time against him in a lot of those situations. He does get up fairly quickly. And so he just really, really needs to use the octopus guard and the John Wayne sweep over and over and over again. And that's what Volk did even though Volk lost the fight, right, in the decision fight. But Volk didn't get finished on the ground. And so that alone, right, that's how good Islam is. Like, even though he lost the fight, like, him not getting finished on the ground is a big deal. So, yeah, I think it'll be interesting. JDM's a way bigger body than Volk, so it'll be a great fight.
It is. You had mentioned they're going to be watching video and stuff. Islam is going to stick to the game plan. He's one of the few people that does that because, yeah, fighters go in there. Sometimes they throw their game plans completely out the window. Islam is going to stick to it. What does that game plan look like for Islam?
I think he's just going to time the takedowns, you know, when JDM's throwing a right hook or something like that. So, and if... It's just this fight, you can't make any small mistakes, you know, both of them. You know, Islam could possibly get knocked out, you know, or subbed. But JDM, yeah, he can't make no mistakes. No.
Yeah, like you said, Islam, there is a possibility he could get subbed. What I do know about Islam is if he finds himself in a compromising position, you'll have to kill him. Right. He's not going to tap.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's no chance Islam gets subbed. There's a bigger chance he gets knocked out before he would ever get subbed, for sure. I agree with that.
Yep, but the beautiful part...
would kill him if he tapped, bro. No way Khabib would let him live.
Yeah. So, like I said, you'll have to kill that man. The beautiful part about all of this is going to be settled Saturday night. So be sure to tune in, and we're going to be watching it. We're going to be locked in. And this week we have Cake and Cup. You see these beautiful cupcakes right here. Cake and Cup is known for its creative flavors, beautiful presentation, and personalized service. Each cupcake is made with care and brings sweetness and lasting memories to every celebration. Saturday night is going to be a celebration. There's going to be fireworks. And here is our UFC 322 parlay pick. I'm going with Michael Morales. Who you got?
I got Chepe at plus 110.
Dariush plus 155.
I got Prates at minus 110.
That's a plus 1,600. I feel good about this one, guys, right? We got to hit one.
It's going to smack. It's going to buy you all the cupcakes that you need. So thank you, boys. Be sure to tune in every single week. And thank you to Cake and Cup. For our official sponsor, Assured Roofing, you can save $2,000 off your next roofing project. Whether it's hail damage or just time for an upgrade, Assured Roofing has your back, just like we got yours when it comes to the bets. Quality work, local experts, and right now, $2,000 off your next roofing project. So while you're out there betting smart, call Assured Roofing and invest in a solid win for your home. Be sure to use code Denver Sports to save that money. Boys.